because an hour ago, USC's quarterback Jaxson Dart entered the transfer portal. He has now said, I'm out of here. He is clearing the deck. And I talked to our producer, Rob. I said, Rob, guys don't leave with clear skies. He must have felt some kind of rumbling. He must have heard something. Somebody tipped him, and out he goes. So what is this? Does this mean anything necessarily, Trevor, that Caleb is more likely to go, and where should he go?
Interesting to hear that news, obviously. But I think it does shed light on what the situation will be at USC at quarterback. I had an opportunity to talk to both Lincoln Riley and to Jaxson Dart. And Jaxson Dart wasn't recruited by Lincoln Riley out of high school. He's got no relationship with him. All he was asking for was a fair shot. If it's Caleb Williams or anybody else that comes in to compete, I just want a fair shot. It seems as though over the last couple of days, his conversations internally have led him and his family to believe that either one, he's not going to get a fair shot. Number two, it might be Caleb Williams coming in and he doesn't even want to have to deal with that. Or number three, like a lot of these guys, he's putting his name in the portal to go out and just source. See if there's a better opportunity than where he's at, which it's missing. It's hard to know. It's hard to know. Hack, you've got some thoughts on it.
This is free agency, bro. This is interesting. You look at so there's a lot of stuff going on with Harbaugh and how the NFL interest started getting leaked. Harbaugh took a pay cut last year to be able to remain at Michigan and still have the reins. Now they make the college football playoff. The week after they lose, great successful season, big turnaround. There's a leak about there might be some NFL interest here. I'm just saying, playing the game. Is there an element there of the agent going, let's leak this, let's get Michigan to pay you again? I think there's this. This is what's happening where you basically enable everybody to go out there. It's free agency in college football. A guy like Jaxson Dart, he could enter his name in the portal. He could also come back to USC. There's no promises. There's no guarantees. Everything's a one-year contract. When the lights go on, you figure it out. He could be out there testing it. He could also be calling Lincoln Riley's bluff right here. Hey, man, you got a bird in the hand. You got a bird in the hand. Bird in the bush. What are you going to do about it?
Good point.
I can throw it out. I can keep it here. There's a game now that's elevating, and this is what we talk about: the whole transfer portal, NIL, everything. It's the Wild West. They're opening things up.
I think he left the blind date. He didn't even show up.
You got a bird in the hand, but there's a pterodactyl out there. There's a pterodactyl.
But you got to wrestle that fucker in, though.
You do got to wrestle that.
Jordan over there like, hey man, I got you. Oh yeah. You gonna like it. Jackson's like, I ain't even trying that.
So, Bryce, it's yours, but to set you up, going off of what Trevor said, how realistic is the conversation when Jaxson Dart says to Lincoln Riley, direct or indirect, Caleb or no Caleb, I just want a fair shot? How realistic is that if you're trying to get this pterodactyl to land at USC?
I think you're the one to answer this question.
I mean, honestly, I didn't have to.
This is what I told Jaxson on the phone. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that Lincoln Riley and any other head coach for that matter will put the best player on the field. That's their job. These guys are competitive.
Well, then it's over with, right? Before it starts.
Is it, though? Is it?
Do you have a question about who's better between him and Jaxson Dart?
Fair question, but I don't know if we've seen enough about from Caleb Williams, number one. He played relatively pedestrian in a couple games.
100%.
Jaxson Dart.
Think about the whole JT Daniels, Stetson Bennett thing. Let's think about it.
Okay,
you throw them two out at a park bench with a football. Who are you picking in a pickup game of football? Who are you picking? 10 times out of 10, you've been around.
Between Daniels and Bennett?
Yeah. Park bench, San Diego, Don City, California. You don't know anything about them. They're throwing a football. Who are you picking?
JT Daniels.
Absolutely. Same point. The thing that I think, and I think it's a fair question that Jaxson Dart's asking himself in his head with his family. Even if I get a fair shot in camp, relationships go a long way. He's going to have to reinvent himself to Lincoln Riley, earn the respect, earn this, earn that. Caleb Williams was recruited by Lincoln out of high school. He played for him for a year. He understands his demeanor. He understands how he would like to be coached. He understands his preparation process. He's already gotten over that kind of foundational hurdle. I think Jaxson Dart and his family are looking at this going, I believe in myself. I know this sucks because I want to be a Trojan. It's just not the best opportunity for me in 3 more years to go and end up being an NFL quarterback. We talked to Craig Young. He said, we're not trying to get out in front of ourselves, but what's our goal? Our goal is not to win a couple college football games. That's part of the process. Our goal is to go play in the NFL. That's the end goal. What's going to be the best opportunity for Jaxson Dart and his whole family to go and do that? I think it's probably a good idea to go at least source and look around at other schools.
Bryce, if we're following your concept of what the landscape looks like, best case scenario for Caleb Williams to also be here in the national championship coming, best spot would be what for him?
Between SC and OU?
Just
Or
whoever.
just anywhere? Man, shoot. I want to come right back down here to Georgia, to be totally honest with you, or Alabama.